baby. You the bomb and all, but I be damned if I do not land mine, or at least try. Can I speak up?
Not only that, but
I'm gonna get real in depth in that on that third topic.
This is exactly why I said I'm gonna turn the phone around.
Y'all will like the page that I tagged Hot Seat with EJ. Thank you. Please, thank you.
we live.
You live, baby?
Yeah, scoot over a little bit.
Hold on, cause this ain't even right. Ooh, I need to scoot over.
Wait till you adjust his stuff. Okay.
Fuck it.
Live, baby?
Yeah, we already live.
We live, y'all. In this live.
Check. Yo, what's up? It's your boy EJ, aka Mr. Conversation, and you are tuned in to episode 5. Might be 6, but I think it's 5 of the Hot Seat with EJ Thomas and my homeboys and homegirls that's gonna be here today. So I'm gonna start on my right. We have, I call it Tia the Terminator right here. What's up with you?
What's up?
Get a little closer to the mic. I want to hear you talk.
You hear me now?
Yeah, just
All
like
right
that
now.
old commercial. You hear me now? I got the Wonder Man Wayne over here. Wayne 3D, what's good, Playboy?
What's going on, man? What's going on, brother?
All right. And I got Joe Nita. I ain't got nothing around with that one though. You know what I'm saying? But I got Joe Nita.
Joe needed a
What's
man
up?
eater.
Yo.
All right, so we're going to get straight into it. We was having some technical difficulties. You know, technology, you know, it does what it does. We're going to keep it moving, right? All right, so the first topic that we're going to talk about today is going to be body enhancements. Yay or nay? What do you feel about it? You know, all of that. You know, I want your opinions. So in the comments, whatever, however you're watching this, make sure that you say how you feel or whatever, because we want to know how you feeling also. But we're going to give our opinions. Now, I'm going to start with Jonita on this one. All right. So, how do you feel about body enhancements in general? 'Cause I see you got a little something poking out in the shirt and everything. You know what I'm saying? Are those enhanced?
Baby, this all natural.
Okay, so you natural. You 100% natural. You sure?
I am 100% sure.
Okay. You look like it might be a little saline in there, but you know, who knows?
I can attest to that. She is natural.
Okay. All right. You can attest.
She been growing since 9th grade.
Fair enough. I only want to talk about from 18 up, so I don't catch a charge. But I feel you. You know what I'm saying? I got you. So, okay. So, as a natural woman, how do you feel about body enhancements in general?
I mean, I feel like a person should do what's going to make them happy. However, I feel like you should just love yourself the way you are as well. And I personally wouldn't get anything added on to me. But I get rid of, the extra.
So you'd have like lipo and stuff like that, because that's body modification too.
I would do that.
So you'll take away some stuff.
Modification, not enhancement, though, is taken away.
Okay.
So I don't feel like it's the same as if I went and got ass shots or extra titties. Or
Okay, so if you taking away stuff, you're good with it. So a woman, let's say she was born with, as a BBW lover, myself, love y'all very, very much. Plus size, yes sir. But let's say she was born with G's and her back hurt a lot. So you're good with the surgery to take them away.
yes, because that's for her health.
Okay.
I know a girl that had to do it. Now I'm talking about them playing with you.
Yes, sir.
So
Like that lady that was driving who was up here? Yeah, like
yeah,
her.
like that.
Okay.
But she was smart.
Shout out to that unknown lady. How you doing? All right. Okay. Anything else? What you got for me?
I mean, we obviously see all these stories about the dangers of getting the surgeries. So I feel like people need to be more careful as to where they're going to get these surgeries, because always, just because you save the money don't mean it's always a good thing. And yeah, I feel like people should do more research before they go, get the surgeries and stuff. But like I said, I don't really see anything wrong with it. A person should do what's gonna make them happy.
Okay. So Wayne, let me get a male perspective
Go to
in
her,
here.
go to her next. You're gonna want to go to her next.
No, I want Wayne.
You sure?
I want Wayne
Are
right
you
now.
sure?
I asked for Wayne. Give me Wayne.
All right. First of all, breast reduction is of the devil. It is not needed. It is bull.
But
We
you don't
cussing
have
or
to
not?
carry 'em.
We cussing or not?
Do you?
All right. It is bullshit. What you said?
You don't have to carry.
All right.
them.
Thank you for my point. I will help carry them for you.
Yes, sir.
All right. My attraction to you, that was a part of the package deal. You're taking away from the attraction. What am I supposed to do now? Well, Ike said, what am I gonna do with 2 more kids? What am I supposed to do now, bro? You see women with like that bald haircut. When you see them, you automatically know they gotta have some kind of body, right? Because you don't. Hitting that from the back is the weirdest visual in the world.
I see where you're going with it. Okay. I
Okay.
see.
Feminine traits need to be feminine traits. I don't want to walk up and you look like me.
Okay.
Breasts are
So no
beautiful.
chesticles.
Breasts are beautiful, bro. They are needed in life. Then they get breast reduction, right? Some of them can't feel not feeling their nipples no more. Some of them hate it afterwards because you can't undo it. It's dead.
They can grow back though.
Let me.
It will never. They don't look the same.
And
They
that
had
does
that.
happen. That does happen.
Let
when
me
it grows
pick you back on that
They
for just a
look
second.
worse.
I met 4 consecutive females when I was out and I was dating. I had a type. I know what I was looking for. Okay. I like titties. Okay. All 4 of them had breast reduction within 6 months of me meeting them. That was the most horrible time of my
Bro,
life.
it's like-
because I met you one way. So, for instance, if your man got, let's say he got 10 inches of dangling, right? You know what I'm saying? And you used to that 10 inches of dangling. Okay, if he just comes to you one day and be like, man, my hips be goddamn, my shit be on my kneecap be hurting.
I can't wear
And all
shorts.
this year, I'm going down to 6.
It's not the same.
Yes, it is.
Definitely
No, it's
not,
not.
because that's gonna take away from your pleasure.
Are you attracted to that?
What?
To the dick?
Not necessarily.
But
Oh, you lesbian?
is it?
No. I'm
Okay,
a
so you're attracted to the dick.
sapiosexual.
We are attracted
It's
to the
different.
breast.
Okay, so let me
You're
just
taking away the
chime in
attraction.
real quick, right?
I said go second. That's why I said
No,
go
no, no,
second.
you good,
I
you
tried.
good. The thing I want y'all to separate here
Mm-hmm.
is not the physical, but the medical standpoint. When most women are getting breast reductions, there's a medical cause for it. Like right now, I was scheduled last year to have a reduction because literally my body cannot take the weight.
How long I know you?
Shut up. That's why I laughed earlier. So technically, within 6 months of meeting, I
Jesus
would have had
Christ.
a reduction.
What is it about me?
I checked it out though, because I'm scared. I am scared. However, I do understand from a male's perspective, you are attracted to the breast. I get that, but at the same time, would you rather your woman be healthy or just sexy?
Do you want the answer to that question?
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't.
Okay. Don't ask the question.
I don't.
I'd rather just be sexy and deal with the pain, and I'll give back rubs,
But-
and I'll make sure that she good. You know what I'm saying?
But I think that-
I take care of home.
I think this conversation went to more of the modification, but I want to address the original question, which was body
I was
enhancement.
finna kill this. Okay.
All right.
Your medical
So,
shit.
no, hush.
Can I just? I want to
Okay.
chime in just before you move on.
Okay, go ahead.
I just googled. Has any woman ever died from her breast being too big? It is 0. So I'm saying medical. Nobody has passed away. Nothing has happened. All you're gonna do is complain,
It's the
and that is
pain.
all right.
It's what it does to their body.
Exactly.
All of us go through pain.
My back
And then
rubs
you
is
have-
top tier.
You know how long it takes me to stand up from a sit down position? It hurts.
Okay, have you heard of lordosis?
But I'm not gonna get no sir. I am good.
Have you heard of lordosis?
What that is?
It is a curvature, the curve of your spine in the lower part of your back. If it's on the top part, it's called scoliosis, and the lower part is
Know what scoliosis is.
Your lumbar region is lordosis. All right. The reason why that is a problem with people who have big boobies is because it's going to pull on their spine,
But did you
increasing that curve. Oh, that means she ain't taking no more back shots from you. No more back shots, no more missionary, because she can't lay on her back
Do
more
it keep
than
her from
2.
sucking dick. She can suck dick like a sniper.
You know we can't talk to these titty enthusiasts
Listen,
about
for real,
this.
for real.
Y'all are mad of something
No,
that
no,
we like about
we're
y'all.
not
It is
mad.
weird.
We're not mad.
Think how weird that is. We like something. That's all women. They always mad because we like something that you don't like about yourself.
Well, it's
We
not-
love it.
But a reduction
You
is
talking
not about you not liking
If
it.
your man says he
there's an
loves you,
issue
though.
going on. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, you don't just go to the surgery doctor and say I want to cut them off. It has to be it has to be determined a medical necessity to get them cut off, unless you just want to pay a whole bunch of money for no reason. That doesn't happen. Okay? But now we did get off on a tangent on the aspect of cutting them off. But let's go back to the original question
Let's go.
of putting them in there, okay?
I made my point. Nobody
All right.
has ever died.
Now, we have a trend that's going on currently with these BBLs. Not,
That is true.
now, don't get me wrong. We're not going to go into the mental aspect. We're not going to talk about body dysmorphia. We're not going to talk about anorexia. We're not going to talk about bulimia. We're not going to talk about any of that to what women lead to getting some enhancements to make themselves feel better about their body. We're not going to go there. We're going to go on the sheer image of sex.
Okay, before you do that though, everything that you just named is an issue that a woman or a male, because on the same side, has with
Absolutely.
themselves.
Yes.
So you're basing a decision based off of a mental illness, or an illness, a dislike of who you are.
Yes, if that's the reason why they want those enhancements.
I just want to put that out. So when you use those terms, when you use those, a lot of people like to skip over it. Well, I have this, so that's why. But you having that is not. I'm not saying yay or nay. I'm just saying if you're doing it because of those reasons, that might not be the best reasons for it. Is it because you don't like yourself? I don't know if that's the best reason to have because your opinion of yourself can change based on one day I look in the mirror and I'm like, man, you a fat ass motherfucker. And then another day I look in the mirror, I'll be like, boy, you still, you know what I'm saying? You doing your thing, boy, shit. But you got motion, you doing what you doing,
think
and it don't
that's
matter.
normal.
You know what I'm saying? So if I make an impulsive decision and saying I want to, first of all, if they ever get a fat, one of those liposuctions that can actually suck all mine out, I'm getting it. I'm taking it. I don't care. I'm taking it right
Have
off.
you ever talked to someone who
It is what
actually
it is.
has body dysmorphia?
Yes.
Okay, so you are aware that the extreme of those particular disorders is not surface level of I like myself one day, I don't like myself the next day.
Well, how it was explained to me, that is part of it. And sometimes it goes further than that. Sometimes it is mentally on the surface, but sometimes there's more factors and things like
Yeah.
that. I get that.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'm just curious because, like, at the end of the day, even if they're seeking therapy, that therapist would encourage them to do things that make them happy, do things that make them feel better about their bodies, et cetera, et cetera. And I want to separate the two because I don't feel like that is what's going on when it comes down to the pandemic of BBLs that's running rampant in our country.
So, since you're saying this, speak about just the BBL part, BBLs and all that.
Mm-hmm.
What is your issue or your, I'm not gonna say issue, your stance?
I feel that there's an increase of BBLs in our communities because women are trying to keep up with trans women. Because when a man has the opportunity to create the
Told me this,
perfect
that's why I was trying to get to it.
to create the perfect body, something that we once had exclusively to ourselves as women. And now we no longer have that exclusively to ourselves as women. And then we have these men are going out here who are literally fabricating the absolute perfect body. And so then that becomes intimidating to the average woman, keyword average, because now she got to compete with something she can never touch,
Okay.
in theory.
It's interesting that you said that, but I wouldn't even say this just to keep up with the trans women. I would say keep up with other women, period. Because it's been going on.
It has been
And it's
going
not
on
just-
from the
just
videos,
trans
from the
that had these
music.
bodies, you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to model, and I was a lot smaller. I didn't have the more to love and all that, but I wanted to be thicker because this is what I saw in like the magazines and all that stuff like that. And I was gearing more towards the eye candy thing. So I feel like I need to be thicker.
But even that was a shift. 20 years ago, 25 years ago, modeling was about being skinny. You didn't have the hips. They even told women,
Not in the eye candy lane though.
right. So
It's
you
about
didn't.
this and that.
Yeah, so you didn't have the hips and,
You're
and the
lying.
breasts. They wanted you to be smaller and more of the mannequin appearance. Now you transition over into our culture and what we deem sexy and beautiful and what we look for. And as you can see, other industries have started to follow that trend of making people have more hips. or-
Shout out to Sarah
you know,
Bartman.
Absolutely.
Shout out
Absolutely.
to her
Absolutely.
because that model of a woman Chef's kiss. Thank you
You
very
know what?
much.
I want to say her family, maybe within the last 5 to 10 years.
Has started to get
Yeah.
money from
Yeah.
all of the stuff from her.
Do you know who that is?
Yes.
Okay.
The lady. So for those who don't in the audience, few people who watch it is there was a lady. She was basically put on circus for her body, and she was a big voluptuous woman. Brought her overseas, and she was
Dick
basically
ass.
a circus act. And I mean, she as a man just commented on she was attractive to a lot of people and things like that, but they wasn't used to those sizes and proportions of women, so it became a circus act to them. And now her family is starting to get restitution based on what has happened, her name being so prevalent, making so people so much money and things like that. So that's a little history lesson. Look that up. So you can't say we just always talk about crazy stuff on here. We'll give you some knowledge too on the hot seat. So there you go.
And I got another opinion about the BBL. A lot of this stuff looking a mess.
It is.
The more they keep adding and adding to it, it
They
just,
say it's
it just
addictive.
gets ridiculous. Like, I know somebody that started, and I knew they were going to get it because they had other stuff done before. And they just kept adding and adding on. And it don't look natural at all. It's not sexy. Like,
But who do you think she's doing that for?
honestly, I think it's an addiction.
Okay, so part of it is an addiction. Part of it is to compete with other women, and then the part of it, what part of it is
just to
for the
have what
man?
they deem is the perfect body.
Okay, but who gave them the idea that they needed a perfect body?
The media.
Agreed, the media.
Overall.
'Cause I don't say it's men. I would say it's men because
I was
in
hoping y'all
this
wasn't gonna say
market-
men.
in
I
this
said, damn, I don't feel like
market,
I would
no,
not
no.
get off in that ass.
Oh no,
if
no,
you
it's
did.
not men at all. It is literally other women.
'Cause you
We
let women
have
tell
this-
it.
The biggest issue with supporting each other when it comes down to somebody looks better than you, doing better than you, may have just got a jump start, whatever case might be. We have an issue complimenting another woman when she's doing good,
Right.
and it's sad and it's pathetic, and it's time to change that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if her body looks better, what you doing, girl? Listen, let me go with you.
Right.
Like, let me go. Show me. You
Yeah.
feel me? But we don't get that on a daily basis. You get the hate before you get the
Nah,
support.
the
Okay,
wrong,
so
the
I'm a-
wrong women get that. Women,
Okay.
women will let their friends walk out any kind of way and be posting all this shit on social media like, damn, girl, you eat, you what it said, you
Right.
said you ate, all this other. They be trash. But they will not compliment the regular beautiful women. It just be weird to me. I don't know why.
Yeah, so it's a
I
lot of
don't
people not telling their
understand.
friends the truth when they
They ain't
know they're
friends.
going out bad.
I don't
They ain't
understand
friends.
it.
My
That shit-
friends would tell me quick. And like even to the point where if I don't feel comfortable, my friend would tell me, hey, look, I'm looking at you. You don't feel comfortable. Go
Bro,
change.
As a
Right.
man, we
Go
will roast
change.
you walking out the house. We won't let
But-
you get in the car.
But,
Whoa,
but
homie.
Wayne one time, I guess he didn't know he had gained a little weight one time. He came out with this small ass white T-shirt, and I like, Wayne, but you ain't the same nigga you was like 6 months ago, cuz. I just tried to say it like that a little.
First of all,
a little side,
I
you
didn't
what I'm
know I had gained a little weight, and I bought a medium. And I was like, oh shit, I ain't this no
saying?
more.
No, that nigga bought a small. Nigga, you
It was a
your ass-
medium.
nigga,
It just fit like a
that nigga
small.
try to come to the club
It
with
was
a small
medium.
T-shirt on.
It was a
It's a
medium.
medium that
Cause
fit
I'm
like
cause I'm a short,
It was a
I'm a
medium.
short dude. So it's like I don't think to get extra no shit like you feel me.
I
But
said I had to put a post. I said I didn't. It wasn't about him, but I let him know it was about him. It
Yeah.
had Will Smith on it, and when he gained weight.
Yeah.
Like, as a fat nigga who went through this 10 years ago, you know what I'm saying.
but
I
in my
knew what was
defense,
going on.
and y'all will agree with it, I'm a truck driver.
Okay. So
See how that?
Yes,
that's
but them
my-
6
I
months you
have a
forgot.
reason.
Every,
I have a
every person
reason.
I know that went on that road, they come back. Because
See what I'm saying?
But the
As
point
a truck
is,
driver, I'm not that big for a truck driver.
But
Though.
it's
I
supposed
get
to
it.
be like
But
the
the point
freshman
is,
15. You know,
as a
comes in
dude,
you-
we let each other know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we
would
roast
let
we
each other
will
know,
roast
like, hey,
the
bro,
hell out of each other.
You know what I'm saying? He'd be like, "Yo, Ashley, bro, put some
Oh,
in
yeah,
there,
yeah,
put some."
yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
We gonna
But
let
that's
each other
why.
know.
But
We
I
gonna
think
let
that's
you
the
go out there
difference
like that.
between a healthy friendship, like that you can really say these are my friendships and not just my friends and not just my associates. I think for a lot of women, they've never experienced a true friend
I
in
really
their
think
entire
that.
life.
I really think most females just have associates.
They have
not
associates.
friends.
They got somebody to go party with, go to the club with, do niggas
Little
with.
hangout
They
with.
don't have anybody that really is gonna be
Hold on.
down one,
So
ain't
with
one,
that,
have
so
they
with
back.
that, first we're going to take a commercial break, and then we're going to go into our next subject, which is going to be stop keeping yes men in your life.
All right.
Nice
So
transition, my
this
brother.
commercial break after 5, Columbus, Georgia, would like to tell you stop bullshitting and come to the goddamn club. They got some good ass food. Make sure you come through Columbus, Georgia. any day from Tuesday to Sunday. They got good wings, barbecue. They done had the Mechanical Bull out here this week. We got Columbus Got Talent on Thursdays, where local artists come through and do what they do. What else they got? Trap Bingo. Got karaoke. Anything you want to do, you can do at this spot. And they got good security. Man, that man done checked me 5 times. I've been working there for the last 6 months. He gonna check me every day. He gonna make sure from my head to my toe, he gonna check my ass. It don't matter. So you ain't gotta worry about somebody breaking in and sneaking in, no gun or nothing. You safe. How many of these clubs can you say that? We just had a shooting goddamn at
The Carver Spencer High
Carver
School game.
Spencer game. And y'all crazy for that. But anyway, okay. The other sponsor, there's a sponsor in this, is Talented Productions. Doug Hampton, camera guy. You know what I'm saying? He helps out a lot. He right here in the corner, Salt and Pepper Hell. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Salt and Pepper, he does his thing. What's the number? At My Talented Studios on all platforms. And what's the number to call? What is the number? 678
607
607
6162.
6162. There's a lot of damn sixes in that motherfucker. I ain't gonna say it again. I'm gonna forget it. So rewind it back and play it again for that number. All right. And he does camera work. Columbus, Phoenix City, Smith Station, Atlanta, everywhere. He done been in South Carolina taking pictures. He was up in Colorado. Had a nice time in Colorado. A real nice time.
Chill if we get somebody in trouble, bro.
I'm just talking about.
You don't supposed to say it like that. You know, bro.
I'm talking about that. But anyway.
Guy code.
My bad. Sorry. Keep it right. But yeah, all right. So that's the commercial break. We are back now. Pretend like we somebody else now. We are back now. So, not keeping yes men in your life. Okay. I want you to continue with what you was going on. Because you was talking about women not really having true friends.
Yeah, absolutely. And not having that true friend. Because, see, I'm going to tell y'all something. Relationships start from a foundation of your childhood, well into your adulthood. So if you've never had a real friend in your life, if everything you've ever gone through from elementary to college or whatever, because I'd be adulthood, has been somebody backstabbing, belittling you, condescending, really not having truly your best interest in mind, you would literally grow up thinking that's what a friend is. Someone who's going to tell you yes when you need to hear yes and won't ever tell you the truth. That's a problem, because what ends up happening is once you become adults, the consequences are different from when we were children. We get away with it when we're kids because it ain't really no harm done for real. But when you become an adult, that's how you let your friend walk out into a situation she should have been out of. We're scared, that ain't my business, I'm going to stay out. No, if that's my homegirl, and anybody who listens to who my homegirl in my circle, they will tell you, I will tell them straight, point blank, period. And they're not going to like it. My own sister tell me I'm a bitch all the time.
Now, there are limits to what she is saying.
Yes, by all means, there are limits.
Okay.
But they'll tell me quick, like, hey, you need to reword it some way. Because I'm very blunt. Because I want you to know, like, look, you can come to me and tell me when I'm out of line, when I'm foul, when I need some correction. Please come and tell me. But we can't do that without she told me my dress was too tight, so we can't be friends no more. That's petty. Like, that don't make no sense. Maybe she told you that because you look like you look inappropriate. So
you look extra available.
Yeah, so for men, y'all can joan on yourselves when it comes down to that part. But for women, we got to be real careful because you do have those self-body images that are in play whenever somebody asks us what we look like. You see what I'm saying? So if we're trying to appear sexy, it's hard for some women to balance out sexy and hoish. Because see, for me, if my legs out... Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is. If my legs out,
no, it ain't.
My chest covered. If I'm showing a little cleavage, my legs covered.
Let me show you an example right here. We got an example right here. All right. Show the camera. That way. The camera that way.
Stand up.
Camera. It's right there. Stand up. Okay. This is sexy. Okay. You wanna know why? Because ain't no nipple showing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no coochie showing. You know what I'm saying? It's not hoish. It's sexy.
Now she sneezed.
You know what I'm saying? Now, you know how to hold yourself and know how to sit and correctly. You can be sexy. Now, there are some people that you showing everything before you even got out the house. Before you took the first step, it's already too high. So you constantly pulling and from day one. Then you mad when somebody come and look at you. You wore that out. Don't do that. I'm not supposed to look.
That.
You knew it. I know you could feel the L in your coochie when you were driving.
Dave
You know what I'm
Chappelle
saying?
said this ingenious shit. He said, "I'm not calling you a hoe, but that is a hoe's uniform. You can't get mad if you run up on me and I'm wearing a cop uniform and you ask me for help and I say, what do I look like? Am I like a cop to you? Yes.
Right.
I'm going to approach you the way I see."
But that goes back to friends. Because I feel like when you have a good section or a good idea of your friends as men and women, you also develop those friends that are a lot older, that are more of a mentor than they
Yeah.
are friends. So then you start getting a lot more guidance on things that you may not be aware of. So it's like, okay, I don't necessarily know how to dress sexy, but let me go ask my godmama. Let's go ask my mama. Let's go ask my auntie, because they can teach me or show me how to look good without being half naked all the time. You know what I'm saying?
That goes with maturity though.
That does too.
And like, and it's different with men though. We ain't gotta be mature to check each other, because like, as women, as men, we're more physical. Like, we know certain shit not to say to each other, or it can go that way, because
Yeah.
it's a 0 or 100 with us. But with females, it's a lot of gray areas. Y'all can be beefing for years and still be around each other. That'd be the weird shit. But as men, we gon' hey,
Me not do that.
but you know women that
In general, yeah.
they do that little, man, who told this bitch to come? Like, y'all do that weird shit. As niggas, we can't do that. Like, well, I'm gonna get this out the way. And we can be cool the very next second after
What's
we.
the cause of that though?
I have no. I mean, I'm not a woman. I don't know.
No, I'm just saying, in your opinion, why do you think women struggle so much in their friendships with other
Oh,
women?
I think that's maturity though. I think women in that sense have to be mature. That's why I said men don't have to be mature in that sense, because we can just fight and get it over with.
What you think?
I wouldn't even say it's so much as maturity. It's more so like the person's mindset, and like just having being able to get an understanding.
I agree with that, because you can have a mentality that doesn't necessarily equate to maturity.
Go ahead.
It's because y'all won't whoop each other ass like you're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? And
I
that's
don't
why.
think it's always
There's no
about
threat.
that.
Let me finish. There's no threat of physicality between y'all. So y'all can do all of that extra shit all day and all the time. And you know, most of the time she ain't gonna come slap shit out your ass. Now see, with a lot of niggas, you know what I'm saying, you learn early on. That's why you have them fights in the neighborhood and shit. Because there's a hierarchy. You know what I'm saying? And there's a certain hierarchy that you start placing
But it's a
yourself.
certain level of tone you can't even get with another
Exactly.
man. Like, women, y'all can yell at each other. I wish a nigga would. Like, you gotta swing on me if you gonna even get to that close.
I'm a head rocker,
that's
honey. I ain't
all-
gonna
I'm just saying, but I'm just
that's
saying.
to each his
We
own
watch-
when it comes to
Yeah,
I'm just
it-
saying, we
all
see
that
Love and
just
Hip Hop
say,
every day. We see Love and Hip Hop clips
I've
and
never
shit.
watched that.
I'm saying clips. Everybody
I've
seen
never
clips.
watched.
Girl,
Everybody
you
watched
seen some
that.
clips. Don't come in here with your church dress on.
Everybody
trying to act all
has,
turkey and shit.
everybody has seen
Look
a
at
glass.
that.
Everybody has seen a
Stop
glass get
now.
thrown and watered and weird shit like that. As a nigga, you can't do that. Security ain't gonna stop me, because we gotta get this out the way. Women, they can do that all day. You could be in the next one, next
I don't
fucking
know. I
show.
can't
Y'all
agree
can just
with
do
that,
that.
because I grew up in the country, and whatever came out your mouth, baby, you had to be able to walk behind it. Okay, when I tell you it was a fight every single day, whether you won or lost, you fight pretty much every single day. That's the environment I grew up in. You see what I'm saying? I done gave out ass whoopings. I done gave some ass whoopings.
So on the hot seat, I feel you. We tend to talk more generality. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And so in a lot of cases, you might not be the typical woman. You know what I mean? We all have different backgrounds, so I want to acknowledge that. You know what I'm saying? First of all, that being said, shut that shit up. Listen, I'm not playing. But I feel you. I mean, you're a different person. A lot of people are cut from a different cloth.
Like, for real, when
However-
me and EJ, let's tell the story. Me and EJ first.
Man, how you gonna
All right,
start
hold on.
this?
Let's
you gotta
start,
go all
let's
the way
start
back.
from the bottom up. I've known EJ since I was 9 years old.
Okay.
Now, he was older. He's older than me. We seen, it was a gap. I didn't see him. Like, he went to the army. He did all that shit. So I ain't seen him for a long time. When he came back, I don't know what happened to him. He came back the devil. He was just an asshole. He
Not
wanted,
what happened. Well, I'm gonna let you.
Go ahead,
tell
I'm
you
gonna
part.
we need to talk about that too. People going in the army because yeah,
I was
See?
in. I was in.
changed
he went and he
I
came
was in the
back.
Navy,
I don't know what
first of all.
happened. PTSD, I don't know, but he came back just trying to kill everybody or whatever. And I was.
Oh, you flipping it on me now? Oh, okay. We gonna okay, cause I've told this story every show. But go ahead, go ahead.
Man, I want you to tell your half of the story first. I'm gonna correct you when you're wrong.
So he got us to okay. So when we were younger, there was a different hierarchy. His brother was a little bit younger than me. I was one of the older guys. I was one of the more physical guys. So, I said something that pretty much was it. You know what I'm saying? Or a lot of people didn't like me because I could handle myself. And I ain't wasn't worried about that type of shit.
See when he said a lot of people didn't like him. Y'all don't- listen to
I'm
what he's
telling
saying.
you the truth.
When
Because
everybody call you a
because-
crackhead, you a
No,
crackhead.
okay. They wouldn't challenge me. You know what I'm saying? I would have my opinion, and then they wouldn't challenge me because it is what it is. But I also bring facts with my shit too. However, when I came back, I had to realize that it's not the same. These guys have been together for the last 4 or 5 years. I haven't been there. So the dynamic was not the same. Wayne was no longer the gopher guy. He was the younger boy that you tell go get the ball and
He's
stuff like
lying.
that. You know what I'm saying?
I was never nobody do boy.
Okay, man. You was younger. You can't help that, bro. The younger
Yeah,
I
brothers
was
and
never
sisters,
nobody's
Don't
do
do
boy.
that, bro. Don't do. You know what I mean, bro. You were young. It's not as you got older. But then I came back and I thought it was kind of like the same thing. But no, Wayne had become a musician. He had become doing this. He had started getting more ranked than the other niggas in his crew. So he's the head nigga now. So we was playing video games. Yes, it was about a video game. Wayne lost.
What I just said about how men and women, see,
Wayne
women
lost.
Y'all probably wouldn't even got to.
Now Wayne was like this. Wayne was like this. He didn't want to get off the controller, but now he's supposed to get the fuck off. The bottom two get off. You got 4 people playing. Bottom two. You said you game before. The bottom two, they get off. Top two come in. Wayne didn't want to let it go to the controller, so I was like, "Give me the controller." Wayne like instantly goes into, "Nigga, you ain't gonna talk to me like that. This ain't no, I ain't got no little kid no more, motherfucker. What you gonna do?" Goddamn, Wayne, it wasn't that serious shit. Wayne tried to kill me. Wayne tried to blow me up. He tried to literally make a bomb right there.
That
He
sounds
tried
like
to
built
goddamn-
up pressure.
Like damn.
Like he
All
been
right.
feeling, he been waiting.
let me-
Yeah, he was waiting for that.
So let me cut in.
Wayne,
right
you were
there.
waiting for that.
Like I said, remember I said, as a man, you can't talk to another man a certain way.
Yeah, it's a trigger.
He can tell you to get out the game. That'd be cool.
It's the
But
way
it's
he
the
told
way
you.
you say to another man.
But after the third time, my nigga, you was wrong. Then I got the extra. Yes, I
you
did.
added a couple
I
little
did.
niggas.
All right,
and
little
shit
nigga, it's
like,
time for you to, yeah, but.
All right, well, now I gotta be a big nigga now. So now we gotta handle that so he can see where we at with it now.
But you gotta respect that because you challenge his manhood.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But he was wrong, though.
It's okay, but you challenge his manhood.
Yeah, he did. I did.
That's a different dynamic, like y'all said, between men and women. See,
Long story
women-
short, he broke a bottle and tried to,
Bruh. Come on, man.
and I had my knife and
It didn't even go
we
like
settled
that.
it.
Hey,
Now
look,
we-
real quick, man. I want to give a shout out to Christopher McLean, Senior, man. I just wanted to say, without you, I wouldn't been doing this stuff. You gave me my first loan to be able to have these type of conversations when I started going to different cons and talking and doing public speaking, and so I could get there. And thank you, because I learned that day at that first con that I could do it by myself. I had a team was supposed to be there with me, 3-4 people. I was the only one that was able to show up, make it on time. So my very first public speaking event in front of 200 people was by myself. And him allowing me to have the money to go there, I learned that I could do this shit. Just get out there and talk and just do what you do. And if it wasn't for you, I probably wouldn't be here, man. Thank you very much. But
Hey.
besides that, Wayne tried to kill me. It was not the other way around. And I've been consistent with my story. The only thing I do is I add more stuff.
Do I look like
He tried
a
to
killer?
fight. The truth is he
Do I
tried to
look
fight.
like? If you look at both of us right now, who looks like the person that
You do.
start the most?
You
shit?
do, because like Stephen Curry, do he look like he play basketball real good? Babyface assassin?
Think about it. Just look at both of us. Who like the person
Okay,
that
from
starts shit?
a female perspective, you.
Thank you.
And the reason
Who
why
asked you anyway,
I'm
man?
fat.
you just
I
asked.
thought you asked the room.
You just asked. Now,
I'm
but
talking to Doug.
but let me tell you why though. Let me tell you why. See him, ain't nobody really gonna bother him.
I'm just fat.
You see what I'm
just a
saying?
little fat
Because he's the
baby.
botherer.
No.
He's the
You'll be the
botherer.
one that people have to watch out for because you'll be the quiet one compared to the two.
What's
Oh
up?
man.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
That's what happens. Like you have to watch out for the
Christina,
quiet person.
out of
The
us.
person who run their mouth the most is the person that usually ain't gonna do too much of anything.
Who look like the person that would start shit the most? Me and EJ. That is my twin sister. by the way.
Which means she's
Thank
she's
you.
biased. Which means she's biased.
I don't care. I asked a question.
Wait. Let's rephrase the question. Not so much of start it, finish it. If it was to get serious.
You can have that. I'm out of the game now.
And that's
I'm
what
out
we
of
was
everything
looking at.
now.
That's what we was coming from.
I'm out of
He
everything.
said, well, he out of there.
I'm out of it
But the
all.
mouth don't say that.
That's
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
I'm out.
He actually doing a lot, whole lot, 180.
Tell him. You better tell him. You was there.
Okay.
You was there. My last major.
I think everybody has a past that they could have got, you know, down and dirty if they needed to.
Yeah.
Jonita's a real crazy one out of everybody, though. I ain't gonna say
Term.
that.
Oh,
Term.
man.
Mike said something.
Man, she over here
I ain't
going
want to say that,
up,
but
like,
you know,
seriously?
we comparing each other, but this is a real one that's just.
Well, see, that's different because, see, they know you. Y'all know each other, wood to wood. See, my crew couldn't come up here. My stories are forbidden to tell. Look, my hands almost got registered
then,
as
like he
weapons,
said,
baby.
he
We
did a
can't tell them
180.
stories.
I didn't know he got a mouth on.
Oh yeah, something wrong with you.
So anyway, so that's how.
So what? Oh.
So that's how we met. Back it up again. The point is we had to decide how that social circle stuff was gonna go again. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you constantly do as a male.
We had.
I think
As
that's
men, we
an
gotta
adult,
re-meet
though.
each other.
I think that's adults. Every 7 years, you should be the different person. Every 7 years, your friendship changes. Your relationship changes. And most of the time, you have somebody who's been in your life more than those 7 years are going to typically be lifetime friends and partners. Simple as that. So with that being said, every living thing should grow. I don't want to be the same person I was 5 minutes ago, let alone 5 years ago. So everything should grow. The difference is understanding that growth and adapting and developing as everybody around you grows.
I feel that I wouldn't put 7 years on it. I'm not gonna put exact time on it, but you have to realize everybody does change.
That was science. That wasn't me just making up some
I
numbers.
get it. I said I wouldn't put exact number on it, but you know, I get people change. So you know, especially when you start talking about you've been together for a long time. That's a subject that we're gonna do for these long-term relationships. You be a whole different person.
Yeah.
You know, 10, 15 years later, y'all still trying to live the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah. But all y'all ain't made it there, so we don't know about that. So you know, but for the ones who have, we'll fuck with that a little bit. What was the third topic? I'm drawing the blank.
18 years old.
What would you tell your 18-year-old?
Yeah. So, if you went back, was able to go back in time and meet yourself. Now, listen, yourself. Exactly how you were at 18. What would you tell yourself? We need to know.
I got 4 words that I would tell myself at 18 years old. That's not your kid.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Because that was the only thing holding me back at 18 years old. Not knowing the truth about certain shit. 17 actually. She got pregnant. Raised them for 3 years. Found out it wasn't mine.
That's a lot.
And guess, here's the fucked up thing. What you think his name is?
Hey, Mark,
Yours.
get on that mic, man.
Wow.
Mark,
And what do you think they still
get
call
on
him?
that mic. I'm
Your
gonna
name?
ask you a question directly.
What?
Let's go.
Junior.
How-
They still call him to this day.
Hey, yo, ladies and gentlemen, all right,
Are you still there?
my partner,
When I
Mark,
found
is
out-
about to come up
Is
here.
this a question?
Oh,
For
no,
some
when I
people,
found out-
some
Question
people
two.
stay.
Because I found out the wrong way.
Okay. I
I
can
found
see
out because they was going around telling people, oh, this nigga raising a kid that ain't his. They was.
Oh, man.
So I'm like, oh, that's
that.
different.
See, yeah,
That's like,
we got a
oh, I
bad
gotta
habit
go.
of that. You know, let the
Look, my
streets
boy.
talk before you open your mouth and tell what's going on.
Yeah, so I had to get.
Mm.
So I crashed. I went on and got the hell on. You feel me? But you know, that's life. That's what I would do at my 18 years old.
So what would I tell my 18-year-old self? Drop that nigga for good. Focus on you, your goals, and drain every nigga for everything you get out of.
That's it.
Yeah.
Damn. Wayne said.
Me putting my energy into the wrong situation has always kind of been a roadblock. So, yeah. That's absolutely what I would tell my 18-year-old self.
Okay.
I would probably tell my 18-year-old self to
Did I set my standard too high for y'all?
stop drinking. Stop drinking. That's it.
Hey,
Stop drinking.
Yeah, stop drinking.
Yeah.
you was a heavy drinker back then.
No,
Shit,
no,
back
it's
then.
just like
Back then.
that's when you know
Back
that's kind of
then.
when you
Shit.
that's kind of when you kind of starting out, you know, realistically. So I would tell myself not to drink, not to
Mark.
get into that path, because
Come
when
on
you
here.
start drinking
You
at
know,
that
I started
age,
early. I started early.
I started at 11. But when you start drinking at around that, you're normally in a crowd of people that you're not supposed to be around. You shouldn't
Yep.
be around. You see what I'm saying?
Boy, you got that
Because
$200
you
outfit
can't-
on. You better $500. You better
You
come on,
can't
get in the camera.
legally purchase it. You see what I'm saying? So that means you're around a crowd of people who do not have your best intentions in mind. But see, you gotta take control of that. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times in our communities, we don't have those mentors all the time. We don't have those people who really step out into the community and do justice to the young people. So we're winging it, going by what we see. And see, a lot of times our parents didn't know too much more than what we did. You see what I'm saying? They came from a different era. So what they did and how they were taught didn't necessarily work for how we was being brought up. So a lot of times, especially latchkey kids, you were in control of your own life. You see what I'm saying? So if I could go back and I would tell myself not to get into drinking.
Check,
Because that could avoid a lot of the circles, a lot of the turmoil, a lot of the negative decisions, you know, things that go on as a result of not having that clarity when you are making life decisions.
Yeah. Well, I personally love drinking, and I'm not gonna stop anytime soon, if ever.
We know, Jonita. We know.
So if someone was to tell you that that's a coping mechanism, what would your response be?
Cope then. Let's get it.
It has been.
Do you find it weird that there's a liquor store on every corner in the hood?
No.
And that we literally use alcohol when we happy, when we sad, when we angry, when, you know, for
No, you're right,
everything.
for every feeling,
For
you're right.
everything. And no one really broke it down to us, the effects of it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I remember when I first got locked up behind drinking or whatever, my brother said to me, "What's wrong with you? Your dad was an alcoholic. Don't you know better?" But not one time did he question the reason why I was drinking at such a young age. Not one time did they question what I was processing and what I was dealing with to what I needed a drink at a young age. You see what I'm saying? So then once we become adults, we done been drinking for so long, it's a habit, it's a way of life. Literally everything we do it with alcohol.
True.
Cause we don't ever sink down and think that we're coping. And then we start working on those triggers to why we're coping and what we have learned, good and bad, that we have taken and make it us, but it really wasn't us.
And see why I said it has been, because there was a time where I did drink like when I feel down and out, but it don't make nothing better. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it don't.
And I was like in the church at the time, so I started getting convicted and all that, but it didn't stop me from drinking.
All right, so look, Mark.
Sir.
We bring in Mark. This is a good friend of mine, man. We haven't known each other that long, but we get to know each other more and more. He is actually
We'll put that man business in the street.
Jolie's man, because she's already said it.
Okay, I know.
Man.
I ain't
So,
still got cold, bro. I ain't
but yeah. So, what would you tell yourself at 18? What advice would you give yourself?
Oh man.
Speak to the mic, sir.
So at 18, that's when I came into the military. So I think I made a decent decision right there. It wasn't bad, but I was definitely doing some things for the military. That could have got me in a lot of trouble. I was drinking, smoking, doing crazy stuff. So I would say focus more and get my head more in the books, school. That's what I would tell myself. Don't
Okay.
be a follower.
Mm.
So,
Don't be a follower. That's what's up. So, with me, I know who I was, and I know most of the time if you didn't come with specific instructions and some type of proof or some type of certification of what you was doing, I wasn't gonna listen to you no damn way. So I would have had to come to me. First of all, I would have showed him my weight, and I would have been like, "Hey, bro, stay away from Wendy's and goddamn Snicker bars and stuff, bro. I'm showing you this is what you're gonna look like. Now, do you wanna? If you wanna keep going down that road, because eventually you're gonna stop working out at some point in time. I'm gonna say keep working out, and then I'm gonna say slow down on your extracurricular activities. I'm not gonna talk about what they were, but slow down on some of your extracurricular activities, because you ain't gonna get that much out of it at the end of the day.
Hold up, man. Why you don't get to say what you had going on?
Stop fucking so much.
Okay.
Damn.
Man, bro, You saying
We
deep
all
shit,
knew
you
what he
tryna-
was talking
Yeah,
about.
everybody
You said,
knew
"Nah,
shit.
squeeze it out."
You gotta say it.
Yeah,
goddamn
stop
it.
fucking so much, cause you ain't getting nothing out of it,
I
bro.
done
You
brought
know
up
what I'm saying?
side babies. She done brought up alcohol.
You ain't doing that. Everybody got a vice, and yours is you like you them big women. Stay away from 'em. Focus a little more
You's a
on
nasty
what you
nigga,
doing.
just say that, bro.
And first of all, I wear condoms. You be raw. But anyway, that's the difference. So you had a baby.
Say.
I had
I
one
didn't have a
with the
baby.
wife.
I didn't have a baby. Okay.
Fair enough. Fair
Okay.
enough.
It worked out in the end.
But hey, look, I don't play possible. I don't play spades with my kids. I know they mine or they not. You know what I'm saying? But however, I get you on that. What is it? Try to get with Charlotte a little bit early, man, because she was good. She's good. She's good for you. So simple as that. Stop bull. When I first got with
I
her,
see what you're saying.
we was not. I wasn't where I needed to be.
Yeah.
I should have got with her a little bit earlier, and then maybe we could have cut off a lot of the bullshit, and things could have worked out a little better and all that stuff, you know. So who knows?
Then again, you might had to go through what you had to go through first. To
Who
get it out
knows?
your system.
Who knows?
I think that's a lesson there. Like, I think when we were growing up, we always talk about how I can't wait to be an adult, man. I want to be able to have my own money, do my own thing. And then as soon as you become an adult, you wish you had them to become an adult. Like, reality hits you and you realize that this ain't what you really thought it was. And you start realizing why your parents were the way they were, you know? So sometimes you got to be careful because there's always a lesson in it. So in all nationality, like, if I was to be able to go back, I wouldn't change anything. Because everything I experienced through good, bad, ugly made me who I am.
Fuck that, I'm trying to be rich. I'm giving myself the who won the last basketball games and everything.
See, money don't
I'm
move
taking
me.
Well, it do me, goddamn it. I jig for that motherfucker, so I don't care. I'll
Nah,
tell
see,
the
I'm
truth.
gonna tell you something. Somebody who moved by money, somebody who can't be trusted.
Well, you can't trust me then. I just
That
told
mean
you.
they'll do any and everything for money.
Can't trust me. All
You
right.
gotta be careful about that. I know you joking
man,
around, but
you
on the serious tip, you gotta be careful about somebody who do any and everything for money.
I ain't,
You see
I
what I'm
ain't say
saying?
do any and everything.
Yo, but I'm just
But
saying.
3/4 of things I got.
Think
They'll shake a
about
little
it.
thing with a little bit of change. You know what I'm saying?
Most
Hey.
betrayals, most friendships, most betrayals, most
but
times
he
drug
used condoms,
deals, bad crimes, everything got money involved, right? Money at the root of it. Why would you want that? Why would you want to subject yourself to having to deal with that type of situation where somebody gonna be always at you? Because you already know the more
because if I'm
money
gonna
you
be
make,
sad,
the more
if I'm gonna be
problems.
fucked up, if I'm gonna be whatever, I'd rather be rich attached to it. There's too many motherfuckers that ain't got no money and they still with the same thing. So if I'm gonna have the same problems I'm gonna have, I'd rather rich be attached to the rest of the issues. That's why.
Fair enough.
It's some poor motherfuckers that's dealing with heartaches and ships and people cheating on them still and all that stuff. The same problems. I'd rather have rich people problems than broke people
You
problems.
saying you'd rather cry in the Phantom than the Hyundai?
Yes, sir. Cry to the bank every week, pulling out more money. That's all I'm
So they
saying.
tell you.
That man, here's something
They say if you want to cry in the shower, make sure it's walk-in.
Yes, sir.
I ain't gonna lie, I feel it.
It's been okay. So Doug, let me put you out there for a second. So Doug, as a person who at one point in time was damn near making $200,000 a year and stuff like that, and had a severe reduction in your what's called, which way would you rather go back to? That's all I want to say. You can't even see him, but I promise you, he's talking about me. Thank you.
Going back.
No, see it next. What y'all got? Y'all got some-
Post up the other week, money should change.
How?
Yeah, that's a good
How?
question right there.
No,
How?
I'm just no, okay. Don't get me wrong. I understand we all need money to function in this world, but what status have been placed on money that has literally deteriorated the psyche of in our communities? That's what I'm focused on. You see what I'm saying? What's up?
Okay, because I have been interrupted, so I wanted to do it right this time. So, having money allows me to, for instance, it's a better chance of me eating right because now when I go to the store and I try to get that high price stuff, I ain't got the money to go and get the good stuff for you. Them good carrots, this $12.
I got a better question.
And you know what I'm saying?
Pause right there
And
real
when-
quick.
I'm using that as an example.
Right.
Or when, like, I had money, I could have been in the studio like this, you know, doing this instead of whatever. Or if I had money, it's so many different opportunities for me if I already had the money. That's literally all I'm missing. I got the degrees, I got the whatever. I got the know-how, I got the experience. I just need the money now.
Okay, women. I feel like it's different with us than it is for men.
Definitely it is.
Because see, for a man, and I'm not knocking that because I know for a man, y'all need the money.
Yep.
Because without the money, y'all can't get anything,
don't get
including
respect,
the
period.
women or the respect. You see what I'm saying? So I get that.
We
but
do
as
have
women,
advantages.
do you care about this mountain of money in your life?
Yep.
She's saying no. What you say?
Yes and no.
Marketing 101 says yes.
Okay, I say no. And it does depend on your situation because we're not talking about being out here being homeless or anything like that. But we're simply saying that for me, I've experienced where I can make a phone call and got everything I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and most females, if you decent looking enough, you know, you can get that without doing
Yeah, you
anything.
ain't gotta
That's
be
because you
decent.
ain't cut off. That's because you ain't cut off.
Wait.
For some of
Don't
them,
go there.
That's because you ain't cut off them titties last year. That's why you
But
talking
listen,
about.
but at the same time, most women, and I'm this right here, I'm just simply saying that a lot of times when people say they want something, that is not what they really want because once they get it, they realize that they don't make them happy anyway. But a lot of women will tell you they'd rather have a wholesome family, a man that's protecting, providing, comforting them,
What was that second word?
protecting, providing. Listen, I said the
Don't
men
mean
need
you
the
gotta have
money.
mountains of money where
Look,
you can't
I
happy over there.
said the
Because she
men
might be
need the
happy
money.
with-
When you
She
let
might
them
be
talk
happy
long
with a
enough,
body.
they gonna tell you.
Look,
When you
and
let them
that's
talk
fine.
long
No,
enough,
seriously, she may be happy with a
Exactly.
modest little
She
lifestyle.
may
You
be.
ain't gotta
Exactly.
have a whole lot of money. As long
May
as you
be
take care of
happy.
your business.
Exactly.
Well, she may
Providing
be
doesn't
that way.
mean you have to have a ton load of money.
you gotta have money.
You
Period.
gotta be able to take care of it.
You gotta take care of
have
yourself,
money.
right?
Talking about like
Gotta have
money
money.
being like
You
the
gotta take
most
care of yourself,
important
right?
thing.
You don't. We're not talking about men. We knew men gotta have money, but you don't have to.
Okay, so but
You
that's
can be
what
rich right now. That doesn't benefit me nothing. Why? Because you're not gonna take care of me.
I'm so glad I brought this nigga
Man,
on
these
today.
women be
I
out
ain't
here
gotta
taking
do
care of
this
these
shit.
men now, Wayne.
job.
Let me
That-
tell you
that's for
something
another
now.
day.
Do you agree with that?
That's for another day.
Do you agree with that?
Get
let
in
me
there,
tell you
Mark.
something. Let me tell you something.
And what
That's
do we
some
call
sugar-
that?
Sugar mamas. Okay, look.
What do we call the dudes?
Sugar daddies.
No, I'm talking about the dudes that's being took care of.
Sugar babies.
Pussy ass niggas.
Exactly.
No,
Nobody would ever call a woman a nothing ass woman for getting taken care of.
No, but here's the thing. Here's the difference. You see, I said sugar
I just said the
babies. No. I just said sugar babies. Now, one that I call him a simp. Because that's not the same caliber of a man. You see what I'm saying? We talking about two different people. Somebody who sit around and let a woman cater to them without contributing anything, that's a simp. But a man who sit around and take advantage of a situation the same way a woman take advantage of a situation, that's a smart man. Because I guarantee you, if any man was put in the same position where this woman gonna come in and take care of him, and he ain't gotta bust his ass and do everything that he been doing, he won't do it. He won't sit around and eat caviar and drink champagne with his toes getting rubbed on every day.
I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong.
And I can be wrong. That's
Because
fine.
what you women don't have that we have is ego. We have ego.
Everybody
we have
has ego.
We have manhood. We have a certain thing
Well,
that
y'all
we
have
can't
super
allow.
ego, so we're not gonna get
Yeah,
into
everybody-
that.
everybody got ego.
I'm
Ego
just saying, it's
female.
certain shit we can't allow for a long period. We'll enjoy it for that time being. Oprah come scoop a nigga up for a good few months. It would be good, man.
I believe that.
But then we'll,
Well, she had
but
a
then
money
we'll
woman
make.
there open.
But I'm saying, but then we'll start thinking, damn, I ain't doing shit.
I believe
I am
that.
every man that had this thought in his head, I am a nothing ass nigga.
Let me
When
tell-
you ain't
let me
got
tell you some
shit.
real shit.
Every man, and we can't live with ourselves
A
after that.
motherfucker
tell
that
you-
gives a damn.
No
Yeah.
woman would
Yeah,
ever.
Let me tell y'all something.
No woman will ever
So
say
we-
I'm a nothing ass
if
bitch
we-
getting took care of. Nobody.
This how
has ever
serious
said
this
that.
ego stuff is. I was dating a podiatrist.
Spell it.
P-O-D. Foot doctor. Foot doctor.
Don't say nothing you can't spell, my brother.
Shit. But that's what it was. She was a foot doctor. Okay? She making a lot of goddamn money. I thought I could handle it. I thought I could. I really, really thought I could. Good, man. I started getting to the point where all I'm making is like $15 an hour at the time. And she coming home with all these checks and talking about, let's put our money together. You know how this shit sound when I drop a $400 check into them 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,000 she getting every check. I was looking like, so then she want to say, oh, let's go get something. We go 50-50 on no problem. I can't go 50-50 with you on none of this shit. I'm insecure on myself. So now when she want to go somewhere by herself, there's somebody I know whose dude was just calling them earlier when we was heading up here. And he was real insecure about some stuff. I ain't saying who. But You know, I started being that nigga. I'm calling the phone. Where you at? What you doing? Because I'm not feeling in myself. I don't feel like a man because I can't provide for her the way that I feel I should be providing for her. You know what I'm saying? If you a real man, that shit you shouldn't take it as far as I did. That's was the insecurity.
I'm be honest with you.
But
I don't-
you
I
should
don't
be
even
like,
think fuck niggas.
you know what I'm saying?
I think fuck niggas think that too though. They don't express it like a real man would, but I know they feel like, damn, I ain't doing shit.
So
I
is
ain't
it safe
nothing.
to say that that's one of the reasons why we struggle in the black community with our relationships? Because we can't tell each other what we just talked about right now?
Well, that's what these podcasts, this one is for. Shit.
Hey,
But
Let's go.
that's the thing. You want to create that type of conversation because now we're getting down to the source. See, a lot of people want to talk about the symptoms. And anybody who know me know I don't fool with the symptoms. I want the source. I want to know why we behave the way we behave.
So you're not big pharma. You're just trying to make money out of people.
Oh, absolutely
You're trying
not.
to actually fix some people.
I want to fix it.
So the conversation you mean like a man talking to a woman about that,
I
or
did all of this on purpose. I have a support group called Women Taking Womanhood Back.
Okay,
And in this group, I make controversial statements. I want people to actually get to the source.
She the female version of me.
The source of
why
what's
she-
going on.
I can tell you why men don't do that.
I done had the conversation though.
Because
Like
we
what
get
was just talking
shamed.
about with a man that said they felt lesser than. You know what I'm saying? So that
Was a
it does-
post
it-
that was
but it
trending
does
on
happen.
Facebook that said something about men don't vent to your women because
They
they're going
do.
to use it against you. And you got a whole bunch of people say, oh, you need to do it because they do care. Let me tell you something. It's both sides of that coin. And depending on who you attract in your life, in your world at that time, depending on what side of that coin you get. Because you got some women out here who don't care about men. You got some men out here who don't care about women. Those are people you stay away from. Simple as that. Because if you keep getting the same type of person, then baby, you the common denominator. You the problem.
I gotta put out a filler. Like I always tell you, I normally don't let it go this far because I don't like the men versus women conversations. I don't do that because, like I said before, it's not men are trash. It ain't women ain't shit. It's we ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
the situations
I
that
made that
individual in the individual situations that we are in cause us to not be shit. It's not a man or a woman thing, but there are some things that cause us to do some things that we're talking about.
Right.
But we never gonna get into this men versus women stuff, but we'll allow it a little bit today.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't taking it there. I was just saying I have had that conversation. It's just about a person being comfortable.
Exactly. And see, and that's the thing is like when a woman knows who she is and what her role is, and I'm not talking traditional barefoot and pregnant. I'm not gonna go there because I actually like that and believe in that, but we're not gonna go there. When she knows who she is, then she doesn't have to seek validation anywhere else. You see what I'm saying? That allows her to be the very thing that her man needs because she don't have to question who she is. But when she has to question who she is and her place and her role in that man's life, then she can't do anything to support him. Everything a man gives a woman, she's supposed to multiply. Anything he gives her, she's supposed to multiply. So if he give her a headache, she gonna multiply it. Simple as that. That's the conversation we gotta start having. Like, what's really going on?
You know what? The 4 females that was watching this just said, I don't know about this. I can't do that. I don't know what she's talking about. Let her do that. Barefoot pregnant.
And that's
That's
what I
what's
don't-
happening right now. I
That's
just
what
want
I
to call
don't
you.
like though, because they will agree for everything you said before. Then to get to this point, they be like, man, fuck her. They're like, God damn, so you ain't. So now it's fuck everything.
Yeah, and
you
on
just said
paper,
before
one
that.
thing that they don't like now.
Now you off of it. Like,
We should be
God
like that
damn.
though. We should understand how to create balance. I don't want you to agree with everything I say. I don't want anybody to tell me, again, I don't want a yes person, right? I want someone to challenge what I'm thinking about, challenge what I'm talking about, because then that gives me a different perspective. That forces me to think a different way. You ever go home, drive home, and you take a different route? It's called reprogramming your brain.
You
It's a
supposed
brain-
to do that so
it's a brain
motherfuckers can't follow your
exercise.
ass home every
That
time
too,
and all
but
that.
it's a brain
Operational security in
exercise.
this motherfucker.
Right?
You know what I'm talking about, Marcus?
It keeps your brain flexible to where you don't get into routine, because as humans, we're creatures of habit. You see what I'm saying?
being
So
content.
yeah, so you get into that routine and you won't realize just how much your life is that routine until you start shaking it up.
Didn't I tell you don't come over here with all that SAT shit today? I said not this one.
But
I like it.
I told you.
that,
Nigga.
But that's
What
actually
wait,
great,
what
though.
you want me to
That's
do?
actually great.
I
though.
can't cut my brain off, you know.
Saying.
'Cause that's how you get miserable. Going the same pattern
Yeah.
every day. That's how you don't even realize you miserable. You just like, I know we're like, damn, this is what I do.
But see, that goes into
This
what
who I am
EJ was
now?
saying earlier.
It's
He
like,
said he
that's
didn't
it.
want us to get into about them long-term relationships.
fucking
When they
that.
get complacent and they get too much of a routine, that's when stuff start getting boring and people start wondering if they still got it. They gotta go figure
I
out.
your hard headed ass now. That's strike two. I see where he look at you like, She said,
All right, okay.
She like to run through yellow lights.
I'm
Okay,
done.
I got it.
I'll
No,
be
you
quiet
good.
now.
No, you good.
I'll be quiet now.
No, she likes my opinions, and I like agreeing with her opinions.
But no, that's real talk though, because it's
Damn,
easy.
Mutiny on the show. God
It's
damn.
easy to get to that routine, and you don't even think about it.
You don't even
Just
realize
like going
it.
to the club every weekend, popping bottles every weekend, shaking your ass every weekend. It's a routine. You don't even think about how much money you done spent. You know, it don't take but a $580 to buy a house.
VA loan, you need to have a 620.
Well, VA, yeah, 620, but a 580. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, you
VA
really,
loan, you gotta have a 620.
yeah,
for
VA,
real.
Right
most
now.
VA, yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
My friend looked-
But that's like those are conversations you want to start getting into, right, baby? Oh, my credit this,
friend.
my credit that. But if you
No,
start putting
literally, my
yourself
friend.
No, fuck
in,
with you.
put yourself in those right circles, you start getting that information earlier than 40 years old, earlier than 30 years old. Back to what we talking about 18, you can have the information at 18 if you start putting yourself in the right circles. You see what I'm saying? And that involves sometimes getting out of that routine.
I'm gonna say some real shit. Go ahead.
Real quick, I don't use it to speak, but she's speaking knowledge. But also back to the man being taken care of by a woman. It's a difference.
Tell
when
your story,
you
brother.
actually. It's a difference when you actually take care of a woman the way that she's supposed to be taken care of, and then you fall off, or when you've been doing that, the way that the way energy in general works. If you've been taking care of women as a man throughout your life, been doing the right thing, and then you may fall off, or you may find a woman that actually wants to take care of you, and that's a whole nother energy versus just being taken care of. So it's a whole nother thought process when you actually doing what you're supposed to do as a man, taking care of home or taking care of whoever you know with in that situation, and then she taking care of you, and it's back and forth. Like she said earlier, a woman will multiply whatever a man gives her. So if you've been giving her, most of the things, you can't give everything, but if you give her most of the things she needs, especially financially, she gonna encourage you for one to do better. But then at the same time, if you have a situation where you've been doing that, even with a whole nother female, a whole nother woman's whole situation, and then you come into a situation where that's gonna come back to you, the way I look at it, you know what I'm saying? You've been doing your thing, but again, it's not about just sitting back, letting a woman take care of you, because again, even if, like he was saying earlier, he was making less money than she was, but I'm pretty sure he was contributing to her being able to do what she do a little bit more easier than if he wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Some kind of way, she was letting you stick around with that $15 an hour. I mean, he must have been doing something right. That's
I
all
got a
I'm
question
saying.
for the men
You know
real
what I'm
quick.
saying?
How
A
many
little,
of y'all have,
stress free. Hey, a little stress make you know what I'm saying? So you gotta think about, like she said, you gotta change your thought process a little bit. Get into really the science of everything. Not the science, but just the
psychology?
the psychology of everything on how things should work, because we done got off. You
Yeah.
know, we done got off as a society in general, and that affects our community too.
The men that are here, I got a quick question for you guys. How many of y'all have ever felt safe in your relationship?
Go around that way first.
Yes. I've had a relationship or two where I felt safe. The majority, no.
Do what though?
Safe to be yourself, safe to be vulnerable, safe to show your emotions. It's on you.
Honestly, now. Like recently, I haven't.
Get out your feelings.
Don't say that shit because she here, bro.
Get out your feelings.
Yeah,
No,
man.
we're being real. We're being real.
Yeah.
Like, even when I was married, like, let's say we have been communicating, talking, try to communicate or whatever. She bring up her problems, and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna try to change that. I bring up mine, and she say, okay, we're trying to change that, get down the line, and the same thing keep happening, and it's repetitive. I'm gonna back off. Like now, I can actually talk to who I'm with now. So I say now I can actually be myself, and actually communicate, and see things differently now.
That's what's up.
The right woman will do that. What
My
about you?
turn?
Yeah, your
Oh.
turn.
Never.
And see, that's the reality of a lot of people. A lot of men out there, that's going to be their response. Because most women have always looked at a man to what she can get out of him, not what she can do for him. And that's the biggest problem when it comes down to
Them
the
same
black
four women just said, there she go again with that bullshit. I was back with you for a second, girl. That what just happened.
And
I
I'm
still
one of
tell
them people.
my 18-year-old self to do what you get what you can get out of that motherfucking ass.
Well, no, don't get me wrong. There's a way to do it. By all means, at the end of the day, it's gonna always have its power. You just gotta know how to use that power. You see what I'm saying? Because see, one thing about manipulating men is very easy. You just have to make them think it was their idea. Okay.
But it ain't always got to be so much manipulation. though.
But true, I said that the trigger. I was
'Cause-
just using a trigger word.
Because a motherfucker,
Because
a
at
motherfucker
the end
gonna
of-
take care and do what they got to do for what they like and what they want now.
Absolutely, and that's why I'm saying you don't have to use those ploys per se. But when you're acting in a child mindset or a immature mentality, you're gonna do what's told to you is what you have seen in the past overall. But how many women you know in your circle who's willing to be with that man when he loses his job?
No. In my circle, really, I cannot say, but because most of my friends are married.
Okay, so if
And,
that, with that
and-
being
and,
married,
and then I'm pretty sure they done been through hell and high
Right.
water. And even with my current situation, since you had to bring it up earlier, I done been there through his ups and downs.
I was gonna vouch for you. You did say that earlier. You say you been with
It been
ups
rough.
and downs.
I'm not even. I haven't even put a title on it per se. But I'm by his side. I'm in his corner. I don't give a fuck if he dead broke or he got the piles of money we were speaking on, because I'm there for the person.
Even with that though, it's hard. Cause a lot of people, how you say, struggle bond,
trauma love,
trauma
bond,
all
yeah,
that shit. That's like that's really real.
it's
Like,
very real.
It's not hard to stick beside somebody when they fucked up when you fucked up too.
Mm-hmm.
Cause they ain't nothing but just you. That's in common. You just got
So-
something in common.
A lot of friendship happen that way too.
Exactly.
They do.
So
Nah, I
I'm
have
glad
that-
you
that
brought
happen.
that up because that's literally the basis of a lot of relationships running around here today.
That's the reason why on Speed 1, she ain't there on Speed 2. They not together on Speed 2. Because they had a trauma bond relationship. Their relationship was basically because of the damn crazy ass bus. But
Exactly.
they realized that they ain't really a couple. That was just heat of the moment type shit.
Exactly.
Crazy.
And then in that heat of the moment, things happen. Normally there's a baby involved, or y'all done sign y'all names on a building together, things of that nature. So now you're trying to force a relationship because now you done put yourself in a relationship when you never did the work to have the relationship to start with. See, I usually use the analogy of going to school or building a house when I talk about relationships. Most people never get out of elementary school.
Right.
Most people never get out the framing of their house.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But
What,
then they want to
what
call
grade
it
you in, nigga?
me. I just have a foundation. That's it. Cause I ain't never had the luxury of building the frame yet with anybody.
So you know about 5th grade? 5th, 6th grade? Or about 8th grade?
Yeah, I say probably about 5th grade.
Okay.
About 5th grade.
Yeah, what's up?
I understand at the college level though. I think that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm single. I'm big single.
Big single.
Y'all hear me? I'm big single.
See,
Look, somebody, y'all hear me on big
now what's small single? See, I'm waiting on somebody to say this shit right here. What the fuck is small single then?
Small singles when you fooling around with somebody, you got people on the back burners, and you know.
Don't even look at me like that, bro, because I
Can't nobody see me.
I was
You told her yourself. It was focused on this. He working the camera.
You did tell me.
Look, I didn't even know. Look,
But he looked dead at
but
you.
Nah, I might be a prime example.
No, not necessarily. And there's nothing wrong with that. Cause see, okay, here's the thing: you got dating and you got fooling around. Okay, I say fooling around. I mean, you just talking, ain't nothing serious. It might be some sex, it may not be some sex. We just fooling around.
But then way beyond it.
But with dating, that's intentional. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out your 5-year plan.
No, it ain't. No, the hell it ain't.
Yes, it is.
Dating is exactly what it is. Dating. Dating
No,
is me and
intentional.
you are going on dates and we hanging. That's what dating
That's
is.
intentional.
That's it.
Yeah.
We not going. We
Now,
not.
some people just be doing it just to goddamn do it.
Both
for
of them
real.
right.
A lot
Until
of
the
females
day
do.
Both
that
of them
I
right.
established
Both of
that-
y'all right though.
etc.
Both of y'all right. Cause people have their own definition
Of
how
dating.
I date.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm with her. If I'm taking you out in public,
We date.
that mean I'm cool with
And
being seen.
intentionally being
Now,
seen with you.
that means I might can get something out of your ass that I won't. That I take you out. in
But
person.
now I ain't
that's
gotta take you out in
fuckable
public
and that's
yet.
maulable. Okay, fuckable is able to fuck. Maulable is I'm able to take you in the mall and not walk 3 steps in front of behind you. That's kind of what y'all talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's maulable. You know what I'm saying? I can take you to the mall. I'm not. Listen, man. I am not. But y'all been learning this shit, but because when the nigga take you somewhere, or when the woman take you somewhere, and she ain't walking hold your hand. Try to tell your ass you ain't malleable and you mad.
Oh,
then
nobody
you- then you-
disagreeing with you.
But-
That's just not what we saying.
Yeah,
I'm just saying-
that's your definition.
You have to.
Is he talking about dating?
First of all, he's a
Dating yourself.
They're not dating.
Dating yourself is when y'all are going out to eat, going different places. It doesn't have to be
Yes,
money or
we'll
not.
agree
You know what I'm
with
saying?
that, brother.
But that's not being out and about is
you getting
irrelevant.
dating and
know what I'm saying?
intentions, two different things, brother. Your intentions while you're dating is
Man,
different.
folk be
My
around here trying
Yeah,
to date
yeah.
My
exclusively.
intentions are to be with you if I'm taking you out. If I decide to take you out in public.
Okay,
Your
let me say
intentions
this.
is-
Y'all ain't exclusive
One of these
until the
days
niggas
we
say,
gonna be
until the
chill, we
niggas
gonna
say,
smash. That's-
until
I
the
do.
niggas say,
I do.
not quite.
Because look, I'm single
quite.
until I'm married, sweetie.
Not quite, but I feel no. Yeah, thank you. Cause how you gonna get the ring if you ain't practice what you supposed to do? No, baby, this is a working game. You gonna have to show me you can cook, clean, whatever that I feel I need as a wife. No, then we can get there. You don't just. You know what I'm saying? What was the analogy you used one time when we talked about this?
What, me?
We talked about this about people saying exactly what she said. Like you not a wife, you not the whole wife thing. What she just said.
She's single until she married.
Yeah, you single until you married. I mean, you had talked about that at the career. Well, somebody said something smart.
I say a lot of shit, bro. I don't
That's
know.
why I was like, oh, who you talking to? Because it's a
I
lot
know you're
of stuff
talking to
that
me,
gets
but I like I
said.
had to. There's a lot of.
I mean, that's true on paper.
The only people's houses that I've been to in here are Mel's and Jolie's house for what's that shit called? Home team events. Let's put it out there right now. And that was her former house, and her man knows about it. Are we done? I'm about to kill me. This bitch. Who house you been over, nigga? Soon I get home. Nope. Nah, we not even doing it. I know you watching, nigga. Hey.
Oh man.
But no, like I said that because it's a mentality. Now, I'm not saying that means you horn around, you're not being exclusive to the person that you are committed to for that time being.
No, that's exactly what you're saying.
However, you are single until you're married.
That's exactly what you're
On
saying.
paper.
On paper.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what you're saying. That's exactly what you're saying.
They don't got no
That's
inner
exactly what you're
relationship
saying.
on the job application.
And if your man
Or
came to you
married,
and said,
for
"I'm
real.
single right now," what do you respond?
I don't believe in cheating. So it don't bother me. Okay,
Oh,
let
you
me,
done answered the conversation?
let me rephrase that.
You just can't. It can't say.
Let me rephrase that. Okay.
When you get to a certain
so-
age, you don't argue with crazy.
He good. He good.
I've never heard nobody say I don't believe in cheating.
He's
Now, if
good.
you open relationship, that's cool.
He's good.
I'm
The
great
reason
with
why I
piloting.
say that is because sex is not cheating to me. So for the most part, most men who indulge in sex with another woman or anything like that, it don't bother me.
What is cheating to you?
What got you
Your
to that
energy.
point?
When you start giving your energy, your emotion, your time, your money, that right there is cheating to me. But sex, that don't mean nothing to me. You can go do that.
What is sex?
Oh, okay.
Sex is just physical.
That makes
Sex is
that makes
time.
sense. I'm not saying I agree
soul
with it,
time.
but that
Sex
makes,
is
that
time,
makes sense.
money,
Cause
emotion.
motherfuckers go get a quick fuck. and
Sex
not put
is
nothing
time,
in it.
money,
Yeah.
emotion. It took time to get over there, it took gas money to get over there, and that emotion, that's emotion.
Okay.
Like I said, I wasn't agree.
Everything that is
It
cheating.
makes sense.
Let me give a movie example.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay. Why did I get married? When Tyler Perry's wife had the date with the guy, when she went on the date with him and all that stuff,
And she came back
and
and
he felt like she came back almost a different person. Like she was just,
Uh-huh,
oh
and
my God. You know what I'm
blow
saying?
his mind.
So that's more what you're talking
Yes.
about. It's the emotional cheating.
Yes.
It's the being in the part that matters
That's
to you
when
more.
my position is in jeopardy. But just because you throw some ass at him, I ain't worried about that.
All right. Well, look, I'm gonna leave on that right there because we just went 10 minutes over. I'm really gonna leave on that right there. Something for y'all to think about. I'm going to say, because I reserve last word. Cheating to me is cheating. You got to be sucking nigga dick. You look at it too long, you cheating me, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You think about a nigga too much, you cheating. And then you come home with a nigga number and it ain't explicitly said that it's for work and you got times and all that stuff and you don't come to me with it, you cheating, goddamn it. So I don't want to hear that shit. So you can have your opinion and I respect it. And that's fine. All right. So Jonita, let everybody know your how to reach you on whatever platforms.
I'm on Instagram at Queen Jonita J. Facebook Jonita Jatun Cannon, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. Wayne?
Mine, you can Google Wayne 3D. That literally just Wayne 3D, and all my socials or YouTube, everything will pop up.
That nigga said, Google me, bitches. I'm somebody.
Well, you can find my support group at WTWB on Facebook, Women Taking Womanhood Back, and you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Bluebell229.
All right, Mark, what's up?
Oh, no, they don't even know.
He said, don't worry about
I'm
me.
a ghost for a reason.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. All right, Doug?
Once again, it's at My Talented Studios on all platforms. You also can Google Talented Studios Film and Photos LLC. We do everything that's media, everything that's media, everything that's media.
He'll take pictures of your woman butt naked, too. Yeah, he do. Like, he really do. You know what I'm saying? So, me, you can find me, EJ Thomas, on Facebook, EJ Thomas _706 on Instagram. I am your baby mama's favorite podcaster. If you don't believe it, ask her. But don't get mad when she give you the answer. All right, I'm out.